Hi, well, Fred and I want to share a little technique. We've done a number of episodes demonstrating macro techniques. You did one great one on lighting here recently, and we've talked about how you can use even regular 50mm lenses with reverse adapter rings and everything for macro photography. Fred and I are soon going to be at the Black Hills Photo Shootout, and I'm going to do a macro class. You're doing one on flowers, which is...
Well, it's plant photography, which does use some of the elements of macro.
Right, you could use macro close-up techniques.
Yeah, we combine 2 or 3 different techniques into what we do with plant photography. But yes, it's something that the more you know about a technique with macro, yep, you can kind of build that into other things that you do as well. So kind of a cool thing.
With that in mind,
yeah,
what I got here, this is our new little macro gadget. What this is I'm sure that you have seen pictures and probably taken pictures with dew, spider webs, and on flower petals and leaves, or maybe after a gentle rain. This is not water. This is actually a combination of glycerin and water, and it's a vegetable-based glycerin, so it really won't hurt the plants or even these spiders that if you spray it on there. But it's probably got 20% glycerin, and the rest is just ordinary tap water. And you can use that to squirt and create your own water drops. The glycerin actually creates better droplets on the leaves or flowers.
And they hold.
And they hold. And the same thing with the cobwebs. So what we're going to do here is demonstrate a little bit of this, and I'm going to be doing some of this on my workshop in the Black Hills this year. But for now, in case you're not attending our workshop in the Black Hills,
here's a technique that you can put in your toolbox.
Just another thing that you can do with macro to embellish your macro shots a little bit. So we're going to go around, we're going to try to find some flowers, some blossoms and things, take some pictures and put a little spritz on it. And by the way, I've got these little spray bottles, which are nice. I got these on Amazon, and I think you can get the glycerin probably at your local grocery store, hardware store, I mean, drugstore. I don't know if you can get it at the hardware store. But yeah, this is something that you want to try. 20% glycerin and the rest water. Okay, we got a little lantana blossom here, and so we're going to give it a little spritz, and I'm going to take so we spray this on here a little bit. So we get some, oh yeah, we get some nice beads. And I'm going to take a shot. Helps that the lens cap is off. Well, one of the things we have pointed out in the past, and it's very important for this, is the amount of light. And unfortunately, today we're shooting this, we're overcast, so the light is too soft really to do much. If I'm putting this on here, it's giving it some gloss, but it's not really doing much for the water drops themselves. So we're going to bring in a little artificial light and see what we can do here. Alright, so as you can see, the light tends to pick up and give us a little bit more, so I really like more of a side backlight on with the droplets. And on these particular ones, it doesn't beat up so much as it gives us more of a gloss. Well, one of the things I found that the surface of the various plant has a lot to do with how much the water beads up on it. Some of them it just absorbs, and even dropping the water directly down there without spraying it on there, it just rolls off or absorbs into the plant. We found that this particular flower did seem to work, so I'm going to spritz this one and we'll see what we can get here. Okay. All right, well, I think that was interesting, and what we thought we would point out a few things that we may have left out. One of them is the glycerin, and we had mentioned you can probably get it. I got this from Amazon, but I'm sure you can get this probably in your local grocery store. And I'm getting this is actually
perhaps
for skin.
One of the pharmacies that are out there may carry it because they carry various sundries too.
Yeah, so it's
like CVS, Walgreens, any of the
relatively
big names.
Inexpensive. As you say, it's nice and thick. And little spritz bottle. These are actually very easy to carry around. Again, I got these on Amazon, and I'm sure you can get these anywhere. Or if you have something that was a spray bottle that is empty, just recycle it and use it.
Just make sure you.
These are very easy to carry with.
Wash it out very well. Yep. Don't want to have anything contaminating your.
And don't drink it once you put the glycerin in. I don't recommend doing that. Now, as far as the amount of glycerin per water, we kind of experimented with it, and I've read a number of things of people that are doing this all the time, and the amounts anywhere from 25% glycerin to water to 50% water glycerin. So
I think it's something where you try it and experiment with it till you find your sweet spot that works for you.
It really depends,
and that's
on
how much I would say use
the
it.
Leaf or petal that you're using, and the size of the drops that you want. So that's probably also want to encourage you to try this technique. Is one of the macro experts I read indicated, they said if you take a picture in the same lighting conditions, basically the same composition, and do one without the drops and one with dewdrops on it, spritz it, that people will tend to take the one with the drops on it every time over the one without. So if you're not sure, go ahead and
I would say try
it both ways.
Put it in your toolbox. If it works well for you and you like it, great technique to use. If not, you have it there. Because the nice thing about it, there's things that I've learned or I've picked up on, and same thing with you, and we may not use them for a while, and we find the right situation and go, hey, why don't I try this? Open the old toolbox up and kind of take that technique out and
for spiderwebs, definitely spiderwebs like the one that I had taken out here, the little web, perfect, and it really brings out the web. And I think those I would tend to use a little more glycerin in it than water because it makes nicer drops. And I also found that using the pure glycerin on some of the stems and stuff with a drop, which will hang there, you get in really nice and close. It makes a little lens, and the background will actually reverse and be upside down because that's an optical effect. This is something that our friend Mike Motes and others have done indoors, bringing the plant in where you can keep it out of the wind and you can get nice and close. Something to try. So, hopefully you will give that a shot, and we hope that you'll share the images with us because we would love to see them, right?
Definitely.